Hello and welcome everyone. This is Doc Williams with Build With Me, and this is our brand new format that we're trying out where we're going to be doing a breakdown of very specific topics, and then you can go to the full Build With Me live builds for more information. So today we have a special topic, and also too we're kind of doing a tech review, software and hardware, which we don't usually do, but wanted to show you our setup. As you can tell, the intro's different, the music's different, the cameras, all this stuff. And if you've seen us from episode 1 until now, you see that we're constantly trying to make the show better. And it's great to have you on the, on the ride. So wanted to show you right now, we're using our DSLR. No. We're using our Logitech 1080p that you're watching. And now we're going to be premiering our new camera with this one right here. So this is the new angle we've got. This is the Canon DSLR. They just came out with a new patch where you can just be using your USB. And again, you can tell the two different angles and everything like that, right? So this is our standard. This is our camera on our MacBook Pro. This is our Logitech 1080. And then this is our new Canon that we've got for our live streaming and everything like that. So a lot of questions were asked in the last couple of weeks from our audience, what we prefer, what are we going to be streaming with? And with, Canon up in their game where they have the new software where you can use your DSLR as a webcam, it's pretty nice. I'm pretty happy about this. So this is the new angle that we've got, and there we go. So today we've got a special topic we're going to be talking about today, and that is how we can actually have you save time and make you more money. So we're going to be talking about the 7 steps to power your business for growth. So let me bring this up real quick. This is nice. This is very nice right here. Let's get right into it. So we're going to be talking about this. And the reason we're really going into this presentation this afternoon, or whenever you're watching this, but a lot of people ask us different tech SaaS products that we suggest and what should you do in your business. And, it really depends. So the reason we created this template is this is what we do. This is what we use for our clients and our students to make sure that you have the right tech stack to build your business. So many times people are looking for different tech online, YouTube, spending hours just inundated with watching so many videos, and then they leave YouTube and they still don't know what they're doing. They're watching so many tech reviews, all of those things. And then on top of which, you're dealing with the tech overwhelm because you're always trying to see what's going on in your industry. And then you just become paralyzed. You become stagnant because you don't know what to do. So what we're doing is, especially with this series, we're going behind the curtains. We're talking about how you focus on the right tech stack to grow your business. So we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be going through these different steps. And let's go through the overview. So what we're going to be talking about is first the tech stacking principles, how you identify the problem and what you're struggling with your business, how you map out the full process, how you test to make sure it really works, you evaluate, and then you create a SOP, which is a standard operating procedure to have it for yourself, but also your staff. If you have VAs or other people that you're going to be scaling, there you go. And then testing the process. So we're going to go through this process, look at it, and then this is really how we identify what we need tech-wise and how we build out systems for our clients. So first of all, we got to talk about the stacking principles. So that has to do with the tech fundamentals. No matter what kind of business that you have, you're going to have these 7 systems, right? It's going to be, it's just how it is. So what's going to happen is we identify 1 through 7, what's going to happen. Now, 1 is the most important. And if you don't have this, it can't work, right? But you go all the way down in a progression of what's happening. So number 1 is you've got to have a home base. You've got to have a website. The reason behind it is even if you're a business, social, all of those things, if you get shut down on social, that's your fault and you have to rebuild everything, right? But if you have a home base, if you own something, then if you get shut down on Pinterest, social, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, you're still going to have a place where people signed up for you and know where you're at in the industry, right? So you've got to have a home base in order to have the next part where people opt in, or, make sure that they opt in for leads or for sales. So you need to have something where you collect lead generation. Now you can use tons of other, form builders, all those things. It doesn't matter to us. You need a place to opt in for you to get leads and ultimately make sales, or people, exchange currency for you and your services. So number one, home base. Number two is your opt-in, a lead gen. The next part is after they opt in and they say, hey, I would like to pay you, you need a place to get paid, right? You need a payment portal and a payment processor, right? So a payment portal might look like, Podia. It might look like PayPal, Stripe, whatever it is. It might be one and the same, the checkout portal and the processor, like say for instance Stripe or PayPal, but you might also have something like Samcart or somewhere where it's the checkout portal and then you process it using Stripe or PayPal. For the most part, you're looking at something like Stripe and PayPal, and then you're going to use a third party something, right? Something that's getting you paid. And the reason we're using really layman's terms and not a lot of things in the industry is I only care about you getting paid and you running your business. So a lot of these things are not, the tech way of saying it or whatever. We might have a few in here, but let's just talk about the basics, right? So number one, home base. Next one, opt in for you to make sales or leads. Next one, you need to get paid. How are you going to get paid? You need to have a checkout or processor. The next part is contacting your clients. How are you going to contact your clients or interested people? You've got to have something called a CRM. That's a customer relationship management platform. But basically, it's anywhere where you're writing down your contacts and you can get back to them in a concise way, right? So you could use an Excel spreadsheet to keep track of this, Google Sheets, whatever. But a lot of times we have platforms where we make it a lot easier for you to understand your data, who's bought from you, who has signed up for different lead magnets, which it just means, are you giving them a checklist, resource guides, whatever. It's that easy, right? So you have that. The next part is automated follow-up, right? So the reason the first four exist is tons of people do the first four, but it's manual, right? So they have a home page, but they manually tell people, go to my home page, type in this, right? A lot of people have opt-ins where they're saying, hey, send me your email or something, and then I will send you something in return, a resource guide, checklist, whatever. And tons of people are like, hey, here's my PayPal link, here's this thing so I can get paid. And then, you're manually writing something down where, hey, I remember you bought something from me like 5 years ago, let's talk again. You've got to automate that at some point because you will always hit a bottleneck. No matter all of those things that happen in 1 through 4, you're going to bottleneck. So you need to automate the follow-up and automate you saying, hey, do you want what I'm trying to sell you? Great. Go here. Have a receipt. I'm going to talk to you later. All that can be automated, right? And so again, if you're a coach, e-commerce, all those things, you have your own language and you have your own set of how you do 1 through 4, but everyone does the same thing. It's just a matter of understanding what you're doing in your business and let's plug it in. The next part is tracking progress and effectiveness, right? So this is good. You can automate it, but then you have to make sure that you're tracking something because tons of people are like, oh, I did all this automation. And then you say, okay, so why are you having stress? Well, I think I can do this better. I think I can do that better. Well, yeah. Have you been tracking it? Nah, I have nothing to track. Make sure that you're tracking or setting up key performance indicators, KPIs or benchmarks. And then we go there. The last part is automating processes, and that's when you're streamlining, right? So this is after you already have the automation in place, you have your tracking in place. Now let's go back and streamline this bad boy so you can work smarter. Now, that might seem a lot. This seems like overwhelming perhaps. Take a deep breath, breathe, and realize that you just have to do one thing at a time. Do not look at trying to do all this at the same time. Let's do one at a time. Do you have a website? No? We're starting at website. Do you have somewhere where you're capturing leads or capturing a page where they can get sales. You don't have that? We're doing that next. And we go all the way down. We don't have to worry about all of the other stuff. We just focus on what we have to do first. Now, the next step is tons of people will tell you, go with this platform or that one. Every single platform has pros and cons. So instead of us being, talking about you've got to have this or that, we have strong opinions on a few platforms, but to realize everything fits in these buckets, right? Website platforms, WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, Weebly, AWS, it's all there, right? Opt-ins, Gravity Form, Paperform, Blab, Book Like a Boss, Sumo, Landingy, right? So what we're doing right here is just showing you, like, no matter what people say and like, oh, go with this. If there's a term called, and what's the term? What am I trying to say? Okay, so there's this philosophy or whatever. I don't know where it comes from. I've heard in multiple different cultures, and I'm sure there's renditions all over the place. But basically, this is what it is. You focus on the handle, not the tool. If you focus on the handle, if you're trying to, use a hammer, you're trying to if you're trying to do a project and you have a handle, you then know the tool that you need to perform that job, right? So if you need a hammer to do something, like nail something, if I had the handle, I know that I need something blunt to hit something. I now know what needs to happen, right? I'm not looking at a handle and I might say, well, I'm not sure if I need a machete, a sword, a spoon. Like, no, I have a handle and I know what I need to get done. I need to focus on that. So the expression is like, see the handle, not the tool, allows you to be focused on what you need to get done rather than the tools and be overwhelmed by all that. That's the same thing with tech right here. We've got a lot of different tech and all of these things that you've heard before, ClickFunnels, MailChimp, all this stuff. It doesn't matter. Focus on what you're trying to do. Focus on the handle. We'll knock out the rest for you, right? So with that, we've got that system, and create the custom tech stack based on your goal, right? Shopify, MeetEdgar, Book Like a Boss, ClickFunnels, they're all out there, but what do I care about? What am I focused on? What should I be focused on? I should be focused on the problem at hand. I should be focused on what I need to do. So the next part is ID the problems. Find out what your brand is struggling to achieve in the business, right? So we're going to get to all 7 systems. We're going to get to all 7 tech stack, like the stack that we need to be based on the 7 steps. But what we focus on first is, what are you having trouble with? What's giving you the most stress, anxiety right now in front of you? The reason we do that is you've got to focus on what's giving you the most agitations, the most stress. And you've got to fix that first, because no matter if I tell you, hey, you need a great website, if there's something else that's precedent or something that's keeping on your mind, you're not going to listen. You're not going to be focused on the fundamentals. And frankly, it's going to almost feel like backpedaling the whole time if we're like, hey, do this. Anxiety still builds up. So we focus on, what are you struggling with? And then from there, we address that problem, and then we go back to the fundamentals. You've got to be stress-free or decrease stress before you work in an optimal way. Then after we figure out your stress, then we map out the process. We create the blueprint of the problem, right? So where are you getting most of the traffic? Instagram? Great. Do you have a landing page when people are interested, when they click the bio to go to that page, to work with you, buy something from you? No. Okay. Great. We know where you're coming from. Social media. We need to build a landing page. We need to build something, a website, something where they can just clearly opt in and say, yes, I want to know more about you. The next part is we have to evaluate. We have to see what's going on. We test it, right? So we say, hey, this is what your stress level is. This is what you're struggling with. Let's solve that. Let's do the first part. Let's see if it works. Are people landing at the right place? Are people understanding what to do? Is your message clear enough? Is everything in line to make sure that's happening? Then you reevaluate after you get the test. Okay, that makes sense. Everyone's loving this. Great. What's next? What's going on? Okay, then we have that. Then we have reevaluation and create an SOP, right? We create the standard operating procedures. We create those videos and written things because now we know this works for your business. Let's go. Then the last part, you test the process. You give it to 2 other people that do not know you, cannot ask you for directions, and they try to do it. And they try to break your system. It's really crucial to do that because then you can see, are my SOPs, is my system set up, all of those things, right? That is how you move through space. And then from there, you can, talk to me, find out more information. We're going to be having a new program actually that walks you through this. That's going to be a club or a community that really helps you get to the next level. But again, this is all based on those stacking principles, getting you to that next level with your business and understanding what you're lacking and going from there. Okay? Karima, miss you too. We're going to be talking right after this. This was a really, really quick, spontaneous new process for the program, all that kind of stuff. But wanted to show you behind the scenes. This is the new format. This is what we're thinking about doing. A lot of our students and just audience loves what we've been doing with Build With Me, but want clear and concise things what they need to do with their business. So this is what we've got. We're practicing this new format, really concise lessons going from there, and that's how you're going to be saving time and making more money. These are the 7 steps to power your business for growth, okay? So we went through the tech stacking principles, 7 by 7, right? 7 steps. We just went through the 7 parts of what you're going to do with the tech stacking. You ID your problem, what you're struggling with business, then you're going to map out your full process, then you're going to test, reevaluate, then you're going to create SOPs, and then test the process again. So this is how we build tech. This is how we build businesses, by creating this process. If you have any questions, you want to be part of the community, the Build It community, you want us to do custom work for you, let us know. And again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.